Alright, hi everyone, welcome back to Steam Flow, the channel dedicated to all things Steam. The Steam Spring Sale 2025 is in full swing and I have yet another video. Today we're taking a look at the best games I found under €199 on the Steam Deck. If you're looking for some amazing games at an ultra low price, I've tested some of the best in my opinion. Here's how they perform, including FPS and battery life on the Steam Deck OLED. So let's jump right in. First up, we have Heavy Rain, which is 90% off for €199. This interactive thriller is packed with suspense, branching options, and a gripping story. On the Steam Deck, it runs smoothly at 60 FPS, and you'll get around 3 hours and 30 minutes of battery life, which is plenty of time to get immersed in its mystery. It's one of the best Quantic Dream games, and I think it's definitely a must-grab. Next, we have entered the Gungeon, 90% off for just €147. This bullet hell roguelike is fast, chaotic, and insanely replayable. It runs at 90 FPS locked, but if you cap it to 60, you can get about 3 hours and 15 minutes of battery life, and it is perfect for handheld play. If you want some FPS action, the original Doom from 2016 is 90% off for €199. This one is not as optimized as Doom Eternal, but the legendary shooter still holds up today with its fast gameplay, and you can expect around 50 FPS on the Steam Deck, but that will be on the lowest graphical settings. Battery life sits at around 2 hours and 30 minutes, or it's definitely not perfect. I think it's not bad for a classic demon slaying session. Now let's talk about the next one, which is Portal 2. In fact, Portal 1 and Portal 2 both 80% off for €195. These are must grab, one of the greatest puzzle platformers ever made, and Portal 2 will run at 60 FPS and you can get about 7 hours and 30 minutes of battery life, making it an absolute must buy for handheld play. Continuing on with Valve classics, Half-Life 2 is also 80% off for €195. The groundbreaking FPS still plays like a dream. It recently had an update for its 20-year anniversary. It is running at 90 FPS locked on the Steam Deck, but if you set it to 60 FPS, you can get around 3 hours of battery life, so make sure you have a charger nearby if you're in for a longer session. By the way, did you know that only 3.2% of people watching are actually subscribed? That's a pretty exclusive club to be in. If you enjoy the content, consider hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell as well. It really helps the channel out, and I truly appreciate every one of you that does it. For something more intense, Hotline Miami is 80% off for €195. This top-down action game is fast, brutal, and set to an incredible soundtrack. On the Steam Deck, it runs at 60 FPS, and you can get about 5 hours of battery life, making it a great pick for quick but satisfying play sessions. If you love atmospheric performance, Limbo is 90% off for just €99. This hauntingly beautiful puzzle platformer runs at 90 FPS, and if capped at 60 FPS, you can get about 8 hours and 30 minutes of battery life, which is perfect for a full playthrough in just one sitting. Next up, we have Bridge Constructor Portal. It's another great deal at 90% off, again for €99. It's a unique mix of physics, puzzles, and portal mechanics. It runs at 90 FPS, but if you lock it to 60 FPS, you can get a solid 7 hours of battery life, which is plenty of time to figure out even the trickiest of levels. We're back with another Valve classic for some multiplayer chaos. Left 4 Dead 2 is 80% off for €195. The classic co-op zombie shooter runs at 60 FPS locked. Battery life sits at around 5 hours and 15 minutes on the OLED, which is great for long sessions with friends. Finally, we have Fahrenheit Indigo Prophecy Remastered. It's 80% off for €199. This is one of the earliest narrative-driven games from Quantic Dream. It runs at 60 FPS with a battery life of 4 hours and 15 minutes, which is enough to get through a big chunk of the story in just one sitting. These games are all under €2 and they run great on the Steam Deck OLED. Whether you want fast-paced action, deep storytelling, or atmospheric puzzles, these picks offer amazing value while keeping battery life in check and your wallet as well. Now let me know if you're grabbing any of these or if you found any other hidden gems in the sale. I'd love to hear about them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.